episode from Aspie with Attitude. My name is David, I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I'm autistic, have speech difficulty, which is speech impairment and a speech impairment. I have Asperger's syndrome, and that's why I call myself an Aspie. And I'll welcome you to episode 148, where I discuss matters that's going on for autistic community, like all controversy, and also I really like to do my test card art, just like if you've seen a video clip from Foodbeck's Could Get Your Groove On, and you know that's my last hip hop video that I've done. And now for this episode, I'm going to be talking about a movie from Sia called Music, and talking about why has the autistic worldwide community and the worldwide neurodiversity community had a massive backlash and on Sia and the latest autistic movie called Music, which is to be released in February 2021 in the cinemas near you. So anyways, it's just time to get off the couch, and I'm actually going to tell you all about it from Aspie with Attitude, and also known as Foodbeck's. Sia is a notable Australian pop female artist from Adelaide, from the state capital of South Australia. I did first hear Sia back in 2010 with her breakthrough hits like Bring Night and Clap Your Hands from an Australian radio station called Triple J. I did talk about how I once loved Triple J back in episode 83 when I discussed my last hip hop video that I did before I announced that I wanted to run this autistic YouTube channel called Aspie with Attitude instead of rapping under the name of Foodbeck's like had been since from 2003 up till 2016. And I still want to talk about Australian hip hop. Sia back in 2011 had collaborated with an Adelaide hip hop group known as the Hilltop Hoods. Because Sia actually did a track called I Love It with the Hilltop Hoods from their album called Drinking from the Sun. And as it happens, on the Triple J Hottest 100 of 2011, it made it to number 10 on the Triple J Hottest 100. This is back in 2011. And also in 2010, even Sia actually did make it to number 13 with Clap Your Hands on the 2010 Triple J Hottest 100. And those are all CDs here. And to understand what I mean by Foodbeck's, if you had seen episode 74, when I made a video about how I was once a famous Australian rapper called Foodbeck's, you should already know about it only if you've seen this episode. As it happens, I had never met Sia as an everyday person. Well, speaking of me being Foodbeck's, I had personally met the Hilltop Hoods, especially back in 2006 when I was featured in their DVD video documentary release called The Hilltop Hoods Sea of Lights. And you'll just see me absolutely drunk in this video if you see the outtakes, me in the DC hoodie going that can of VB. Yeah, I certainly did humiliate myself, but I'll tell you what, it's just well worth it that I've managed to get this one all signed by the Hilltop Hoods, and since this is all AWA-based records, so I'm going to hold on for this for a long time now, which means this is something that every Australian hip hop record collectors now want to get their hands on. Well, this is how I know the Hilltop Hoods as everyday people, instead of them being famous international rappers from Adelaide, South Australia, just through knowing these people. And now, the purpose of this video upload is to discuss how Sia directed an autistic film called Music, that's to be released in February 2021. And it appears there had been a very strong backlash from the worldwide autistic community in regards to this movie Music. And I want to get to the point soon, like why is the worldwide autistic community and the worldwide neurodiversity community are so angry about this movie. And sit back and enjoy when I get to a part to explain the movie and the matter and the controversy from Aspie with Attitude. Before I move deeper into the controversy behind the 2021 upcoming film called Music. This 2021 film has been directed by Sia, and you'll need to understand what the film is all about before I get deeper into the actual contents. To give you all the rundown, Sia not only directs the film, she also plays her own role as a drug dealer, and Sia plays a neurotypical character who has a half-sister on the autism spectrum who happens to be non-verbal. The name of her non-verbal autistic half-sister is called Music, giving it the movie title to Sia's upcoming film to be released in February 2021. Music is played by an upcoming actress called Maddie Ziegler. It happens that she is another neurotypical actress taking on the challenge to play an autistic role. Due to the fact that Music is non-verbal, she happens to communicate using her touchscreen iPad. Throughout the film, as I've seen the trailer, you'll see that Music is wearing headphones mainly throughout the whole film, so you've got to see the movie to understand the headphones. The film is about Zoo, who is played by Sia, as her real name is Kate Hudson, who plays as a drug dealer, struggling with new responsibilities to take care of her autistic half-sister. Zoo plays as a carefree neurotypical character, facing many challenges, but gets help and support from a friend and a neighbour named Edo, played by Leslie Odom Jr., to assist Zoo and Music to form a bond each other, especially it's challenging for Zoo and her autistic half-sister to strengthen their bonds throughout this whole entire movie. And it's an American musical drama that I'm talking about. And now it's time to get into the controversy to explain what is wrong with Sia directing this movie called Music. This is where I'm going to get deeper into this video content, since as a former Australian rapper, in my heydays as Fubex, I was known to the Australian hip hop scene that I was autistic. And from two other autistic YouTube creators, both from the United Kingdom, from the northeastern part of England is Indy Andy, and also from Wales, and also a member of a punk alternative rock group, Straight Jacket Legends, the bass player, Dan from the Aspie world. Each already did a video talking about Sia's latest movie that's coming out for February 2021 and the backlash from the autistic community. But I'm going to be leaving a link down below in the description for you to check out both these videos. And also, if you sit through the special effects at the very end of this content, I'm going to be leaving the thumbnails at the very end. And now, I want to get on with it. It just happened on the 20th of November 2020. Kate Hudson, also known as Sia, had sent this tweet that has caused a backlash with the worldwide autistic community and a new neurodiversity community on Twitter. And what the problem was, Sia had an upcoming actress named Maddie Ziegler to take on a challenging role to play as a non-verbal autistic character for an upcoming movie called Music. It just happens that Maddie Ziegler has that leading role, and she is neurotypical. Sia appears to be criticised for failing to cast the leading role from an actress who happens to be in an autism spectrum, considering that there are hundreds of thousands of autistic actresses have been standing in line waiting to get their chance to play in a big movie in an autistic leading role. So as it happens, so like Ben Affleck did play as an autistic character in 2016 in a film called The Accountant as a character named Christian Wolf. And Leonardo DiCaprio also did play an autistic character in the 1993 film called What's Eating Gilbert Grape. And last and finally, Dustin Hoffman, also another actor with an autistic leading role to play in the 1988 film called Rain Man. And none of these three actors are on the autism spectrum, and they're all neurotypical. And why has Sia copped all that backlash from the neurodiversity community and the worldwide autistic community? This is now coming to the breaking point in the worldwide autistic community and the worldwide neurodiversity community, that if you're casting a non-autistic actor or a neurotypical actress to play roles as an autistic fictional character, it's starting to become an offence and an insult to the worldwide autistic community and the worldwide neurodiversity community. Instead of asking autistic-ran organisations in the United States like ASAN to assist Sia to develop her autistic role, which is being played by Maddie Ziegler, she instead approached Autism Speaks. It was back in episode 70, during that backlash from Sesame Street, when they partnered up with Autism Speaks. I had explained that Autism Speaks don't hire autistics on their board, and they do not listen to real voices of real autistics like me, Dan and Indy Andy, the autistic YouTube creators, as one example. So Autism Speaks is not an autistic organisation, and it is not ran by the autistic community at all. As it happens, Autism Speaks endorses applied behavioural assessment, and the abbreviation for this is ABA, which is a program that abuses individuals who are on the autism spectrum using unethical methods, and ABA needs to be abolished. And on top of it all, Autism Speaks is corporate greed, and I gave you all that information back in episode 70 when I did the Sesame Street video upload. And Autism Speaks gets no support from Foodbex or Aspie with Attitude. And as it happens, Sia is now the first Australian to successfully associate with Autism Speaks. And this is an irrelevant statement that's still got nothing to do with video content. I'd love to see the Australian federal government to criminalise all ABA practices here in Australia. To get back to the topic, when Sia had a backlash from the worldwide autistic community and worldwide neurodiversity community, she did sound very vicious. She was like some sort of Karen who can't take criticism from real voices of autistic people. The worldwide autistic community are the final judge when acting an autistic character is played by a neurotypical actor or a neurotypical actress like Maddie Ziegler. Once film or TV directors are favoured from Autism Speaks in creating any autistic roles or autistic fictional characters, the backlash will always be very intense. I would like to apologise to Sia that you had insulted the neurodiversity community and the worldwide autistic community with that tweet. And I'm afraid this is just all etched in stone, just like my video, just like Indy Andy's video and the Aspie World's video, and that cannot be undone. And I'd like to say, welcome to the post-COVID-19 world, where autism acceptance and autism awareness are starting to intensify through social media. And that's what the backlash was towards Sia in an upcoming film for February 2021 release called Music. Now, since I'm going to finish it off after making a return to the couch, and with this video, the reason why I went on about my old hip hop career in the Hilltop Hoods is like, since I have no connections to Sia, but I did previously have connections with the Hilltop Hoods from my old hip-hop career. Yeah, I just had to make a mention of that to make a connection, because like, I made this video as a reality check for her to wake up to herself, to realise that she made a very insulting tweet to the worldwide neurodiversity community, which insulted the worldwide autistic community. If you had watched this video content all the way through, I would like to hear from you in the comments down below if you think that Sia should actually make a public apology for the insult that she made on the worldwide autistic community and the worldwide neurodiversity community. Since now we're getting to 2021, there's just going to be more that everyone in the autistic community only wants autistic actors to take part in autistic roles. And I doubt there'll be a season 4 of The Typical. And I'm sure that neurotypical actor Guy Gilchrist wouldn't want to be typecast as an autistic character. But anyway, I'm going to have to finish it off since this video is taking too long. Now, if you really enjoyed this video, please, why not subscribe to Aspie with Attitude? And also, you can keep up to date with my future videos. Be the first to watch it by ring the notification bell to keep up to date with Aspie with Attitude. And also, please like and share this community with your friends, with your family, your autistic community, and also through Twitter. I somewhat want Sia to actually see this video. And before I finish it, the purpose of this video is to give Sia a big reality check. Hearing this from a person who is autistic, and also from an autistic who's known by the Hilltop Hoods. And I'd like to finish off this with the fidget spin nose trick. And I'd like to say, thanks for watching, thanks for listening to Aspie with Attitude, peace and respect, and see you next time.